All right, some more gargoyles are coming out. I don't have the last mainline one I need still is Lexington. I haven't seen him anywhere. I did randomly find this one at a Walmart of all places. I've never bought a gargoyle from Walmart before, ever, like in my life. I don't know if you have or not, but I found this at Walmart. It's just sitting on the shelf, the only one. So it was like, oh, and the gargoyles line, I love it. I love all the figures so far. I have a video, I think, of every figure that I've gotten thus far, but I think I'm probably gonna stop pretty soon, or my idea was I'm gonna stop pretty soon. I'm gonna get Lexington, and then I'm gonna get Eliza for the human characters, but I probably won't go deep diving into like everything in the series or anything like that. But Angela is such a sort of unique character to the series that I did feel like she does belong with the rest of the crew for sure. And you know, this video will obviously do, you know, open the figure together, check it out together for the first time, and we'll go over who Angela is a little bit, because a lot of people might not even know who she is. She's not a major character. She is a very important character to the series, and the reason that is because she's actually Goliath's daughter, if you don't know. Angela is the daughter of Goliath and Demona. But it is a little bit more complex with that. So as I, you know, open the figure, we're going to talk about it. I'll show, you know, shots from the show, just like I typically do and stuff. But for now, let's start at the basics. Let's start at the box, right? So obviously, this is, you know, the typical sort of gargoyle box. It's a giant box. Obviously, she's got wings in there. And they need to, you know, give space for the wings. So it is a windowed packaging, just like most NECA products. Angela, ultimate action figure, Disney's Gargoyles. And you open it all up. There we go. So you got the full action shot right there. And you'll definitely, if you don't know much about her, now that you know she's Demona and Goliath's daughter, essentially, you can definitely see the similarities a little bit in her character design. Like, she definitely has a slight resemblance to Demona. But she's also got Goliath's skin color. And so obviously in the package you can see everything here. Obviously the figure, she's got additional faces, additional hands. She's even got her own egg and a little baby one too. Yes, the little baby does show up in the show at some point. Again, it's hard to get these big boxes in the frame, but there's, you know, with her, you know, casual face. I'll call this the casual face. Body shot right there, half body shot or so. The other side, she's channeling her inner Demona on this side. Angry face. She's mad. She's got the claws out. I'm trying to get this in the camera. Another action shot here. You got more of the poses, the accessory shots that they always do with the next series. Collect them all down below. You know, all of them are out, like I said, except I have not been able to find Lexington anywhere. He's the last of the bunch that I need, but I do have all the rest of them. There are videos if you want to check out the videos. I'll pop them on the screen right now. Alright, so let's get Angela out of the package and let's go over, you know, more of her history. Alright, so Angela up close, there's pretty much, it's almost all reuse here, which is kind of surprising for the Gargoyles series, because almost everything's there's been a couple like arms and legs that have been reused so far, but it's not a lot. But from the neck down, other than this chest area, is basically Demona. So Demona's, you know, legs, feet, arms, hands, everything's Demona. This upper, what is this, her left arm? This upper left arm is different because Demona has that clasp that goes around it, which isn't here, so this is obviously new here too. But, you know, I mean, I have no complaints about minor reuse or anything like that. So I know why companies do it and stuff like that, and it makes sense for this because, again, this is Goliath and Demona's daughter, and actually in the show, the first time they sort of met and you know, he was told that, hey, you know, she's from your brood, she's your daughter. He almost sort of rejected her, meaning he said, oh, I'm not the father of the clan is the father, or all of us are the father, essentially. But, you know, he did soften to that eventually. And, you know, they did, you know, bond a little bit. And she even, throughout her journey in the show, oh, gotta put her tail in. Throughout the journey in her show, I'll talk while I put the tail in. Like I was saying. Alright, tail in there. The tail is a bendy tail, just like everything else. All the other gargoyles come with bendy tails. Come on, focus. Alright, focus. So, bendy tail, just like everything else, I like to use the tails to help them stand up, because once you get the wings on, they are a little back heavy. So the tail is a good option to help them stand up straight. So you just pop it in there, and it looks really good. The tails are done really good. There's, you know, nice shading on it, nice paint job, and it's definitely nice. So like I was saying, Goliath accepted her eventually, and Demona, obviously at this point in the story, was, you know, anti-Goliath. She was, you know, a bad guy. You know, Angela did try to befriend her because she does have an attachment to her because it's her mother. But, you know, I don't think, I'm not a gargoyles expert, right? So I'm going to give you the best information I have. If I get any points wrong, then, oh well. So I know that. I'm not an expert. I definitely like gargoyles, but I've never seen the whole entire series. I've seen most of season 2, which is the super long series. But there's even stories after season 2. There's a short season 3. I know there was a lot of comic books and stuff, so there definitely is carry-on story with her. Like, eventually, in the future, she actually mates with, who is it? Brooklyn, I think? No, not Brooklyn. Broadway. She becomes Broadway's mate, and they actually have little baby gargoyles together, you know? But this is sort of her first appearance, because when she tries to befriend Demona, and, you know, down the line when you know, she mates with, becomes the mate of Broadway, she actually changes her outfit and everything. So this is her classic, you know, first appearance outfit. It's a one piece, like a conservative sort of one piece here. And she had this pretty unique belt buckle here. So the belt buckle obviously looks great. It looks just like the show. And I've commended the Gargoyles series before, for sure, in, you know, texturizing and modernizing the old detailless cartoon clothes and details like that. And I love the texture on this. So they definitely did an awesome job on texturizing this, so it looks like real cloth. And the tie is in here too, because her outfit has these ties around the side and these laces, I guess, around here. And, you know, they're painted, sculpted details. They look really good. And like I said before, she has the physical appearance of Demona for the most part. That's why they reused Demona's body, basically. But she definitely got the skin color from Goliath. She's got a lot of the nice shading that Goliath has on his body here with that, you know, the purplish color. It's maybe a shade lighter than Goliath, I think, looking at Goliath. But anyways, sculpt work, paint-wise and everything, this is quality NECA ingenuity here. This is another awesome addition to the Gargoyles line for sure. So she's definitely a cool character to have. We'll see her as a little baby in a second. So let's keep going over the body for now. Obviously, she has different hair. She picked up her father's hair color, not the texture though. So the texturing on the hair is really good. It's got these big braids in it, these big long braids. Remember, when you put the wings on, it is going to pull that hair up a little bit. So she might be looking down slightly like this. And that's why they do the eyes the way they do. Because if, you know, she looks down like this, it still looks like she's looking straight. And you know it's going to be up like that once you get the wings on, which obviously we'll look at when we get to them. So this is her casual face, her neutral face. She does come with another face. I actually really like how she's got real earrings here, just like Demona. Demona had those earrings too. And just like Demona, how you change out face plates is you can just pop them out of the hair, and that, yes, this is very creepy looking. So that's her sort of casual face. She does come, just like all the gargoyles, she does come with an angry face here. She does get angry once in a while. So let's get that on there and see how it looks. Oh yeah, that looks nice. So she's got the nice protruding sharp teeth. The details on this are great too, like especially the paint job inside the mouth. She's still got the you know, the real earrings there. And she actually got this real bracelet here too. I didn't quite talk about this yet, but she does have a loose bracelet here. A metallic bracelet, which is a nice touch for sure. Doesn't quite match the belt buckles. Belt buckle's a little more dull than that because it's just paint. But you know, it's close enough, I guess. So articulation, just like Demona, she's got, like I said, the body is all Demona. She's got the same. So, you know, the shoulder joint there, no butterfly joints. She's got the bicep swivel, double elbows. She does get a good range out of the elbows for sure. Even the hands are Demona's too. This hand right here and the ones in her package are straight recast from Demona too. So she does have articulation on the upper chest, like sort of like a lot of female figures nowadays. Instead of at the waist, it's on the sort of upper chest. And she does actually have articulation on the waist there. Huh. I haven't messed around with Demona for a while, so I guess I forgot that. But yes, so there's a swivel right there, and there's a ball joint on the upper torso, which, you know, can get some nice movement up, down, side to side. Going down to the legs, she has the typical double articulation on the legs, which again, this is Demona. And the gargoyles' feet are awesome. I love the gargoyles' feet. They go that far back, like way back, that far forward. And they do have that toe articulation too. But I love the feet, how they're big. They're big and bulky. So typically I don't have a problem standing these guys up with the tails to balance them and the big feet as sort of a base to stand. I've never had a problem standing a gargoyle up. We're gonna look at the accessories now, but I mean, body-wise, I really like the modernizations of this, just like the rest of the gargoyles figures. I love the paint jobs they do with them. I love how they sort of shade the musculature and everything. So I definitely think she fits in quite well with the rest of the crew. And here's Angela again. This is Angela as a little hatchling, a little baby. And she did appear in the show as a little baby. I will put a shot here to prove it. But she looks adorable. This looks adorable, and this is way more articulated than I thought it was going to be. I mean, the head's got full, you know, there's a ball joint in there. So there's full articulation on the head. The arms don't just go up and down, they do go out. You see the joint right there? They can go out. There's no, you know, elbows or knees or anything like that, but, you know, the legs are fully articulated too. Even, flip it around to the back, even the wings are articulated. You could go around, but you could also go out and in with them. There's a joint there. And the same thing with the tail. The tail can spin around, and it's also jointed. It's not bendy plastic like the big bodies, but I don't think it needs to be on a figure this small, obviously. But it's pretty cool that it's at least articulated, because they could have cheapened out with this, like, obviously, and just made this like a Grogu, like a Star Wars Black thing, just a solid piece because it's so small, and not give it any details or anything. But the details on this are pretty darn cool for a package this small. And she's so freaking adorable. She's so freaking adorable. And she even comes with her own egg. And this is the first time we've obviously seen an egg in this series. Obviously, gargoyles are hatched from eggs. You know, when the original series started, there was a bunch of unhatched eggs that needed protection. And some of the humans left the castle with the eggs. I'm not going to go over to the whole story. I would suggest watching the series. It's on Disney+. So at least watch the first season and you'll get the gist of everything. But anyways, there's some eggs to protect, and the humans took them to a different place called Avalon to try to protect them. And that's where she was hatched. That's where Angela grew up. She grew up there with a bunch of other gargoyles too, I think. And obviously this is her egg. And, you know, it does share some shading similarities to Goliath. And I don't know how this exactly works, if, you know, Demona really laid this egg or not, or the eggs. I don't know. I don't want to get into the logistics of how this egg came out of Demona, but Demona is technically her mother. So there's good details on this. It does have a crack around, obviously, because, you know, she hatches out of the egg. So the details on it are, I love them. I love the shading on this. You know, the black lines around the crack, and obviously, it opens up. It's got that dark purple shading in the middle, but you could actually, you know, hatch her out of the egg. Gaga goo goo. But I don't know, as the first egg in the series, I don't know. I really like it. I don't know. Let's see. I'm putting it together wrong. It's like a puzzle. There we go. All right, got it back together. So I don't know. I think it looks really cool. I think it's gonna look great in the display with the other gargoyles. I don't know. It's an egg. What else do you want from an egg? Right, and she does come with multiple hands, like I said before. These are Demona's hands, so these are the exact same sculpts as Demona. They're just basically Goliath's color. And speaking of reuse from Demona, these are exact reuse from Demona too. So, like I said before, I understand companies doing reuse. And for her, it does make sense a little bit. Demona is her mother. She inherited a lot of her physical traits from Demona. And this wing is the exact same. It doesn't look the exact same at first because the paint job is different. This is definitely darker in here. Demona's more purple. And then on the back is about the same. But Demona has these little claws that not all the gargoyles have right there. And the sculpt work, if you really look at the sculpt work, especially along the edge, you could tell it's the same. So even though at first visually it doesn't look the same, mainly because you can see different details with the different paint jobs, it is the same. So, I mean, it is what it is. The sculpt work I'll never complain about the wings. The sculpt work on the wings is absolutely amazing. The paint job on the wings, absolutely amazing. And, you know, the wings is why you're buying these figures. I know they take up a lot of room on the shelf, but I mean, this is why you're buying them. So, make some more room, I guess. See how her hair reacts to having her wings and her back. So just like all the gargoyles, other gargoyles, the wings just pop in there. They do have some articulation up top, so you can move them up, move them down, move them back, depending on, you know, your display. However, you can sort of fit them in your display. But I mean, getting the wings on, let's see how it affects her hair. So like I said, she can't bend her hair down very much, but you know, she's still looking forward. I think it looks pretty good, even with the wings on. And she does. Obviously, she looks almost exactly like Demona, other than the head. Like mother, like daughter. So wings on and everything. I think this figure definitely looks pretty good. I'm glad to have it in the display for sure. She is an important character. You know, she's the main protagonist and the main antagonist's, you know, daughter. And doing the research for this episode, by the way, again, trying to research her and look up pictures of her, I don't know what the internet is doing with Demona and her, but there's a lot of not safe for work pictures of her on the internet, so be careful, okay? If you want to know more about her in your search, put safe search on. Alright, so this is Angela compared to Demona and Goliath, her parents. I had to take off one of Demona's wings because I couldn't get them all to fit. So if you look at it, they're the same sculpt. Yeah, they're about the same height. So typically on these gargoyles videos, I like to measure the wing span, so people know sort of what shelf space they're gonna need. So obviously her wingspan is gonna be the exact same as Demona, which looks like it's about 18.5 inches. 18.5 inches long for her wingspan. Obviously she's the same height. Maybe just a slight difference due to the hair difference. But there she is. There she is. There's the child with the parents. And I even put little baby Angela in there so you can see her with her papa. Alright, so that is Angela, the new addition to Disney's Gargoyles NECA line. And she's a really good figure. I mean, there's a lot of reuse. Obviously, there's, you know, tons of reuse from Demona. Most of the body is reuse, arms, legs, everything like that. Wings, but she does come with some cool accessories. She comes with angry face, some heads. She comes with a little baby version of herself, which is just adorable. And the first egg in the series. So maybe we'll get some more eggs in the future. And we can, you know, have enough to go Easter egg hunting, put some candy in them or something, I don't know. But I do love the series. I'm definitely going to get Lexington, the last one I need to finish off the crew. Maybe a couple of the human characters, and maybe that'll be it for me. I don't know. The series is amazing though. Like, I have zero complaints about the series too. NECA again is just knocking it out of the park right now for sure. So thanks for tuning in. Check out the rest of the Gargoyles videos if you have any interest in the series and you don't have any yet. Maybe, you know, you could pick something up in my videos that you don't know to help you decide. But anyways, guys, gals, non-binary pals, thanks for tuning in again, and peace out. Enjoy your plastic.